AITA for not allowing others to use my office. I, 27F, rent a house with two other girls, Tessa, 26F, and Charlie, 31F. It's a 5-bed 3-bath with a finished basement. It's in a pretty nice neighborhood and we got it for a steal, so we've been here a couple years. Onto the issue, I work from home and Tessa has a hybrid schedule. When we all moved in, Charlie wanted us to pay more rent since we would be setting up offices in the 2 spare rooms. The basement is finished, so we offered for her to set up a space just for her down there, but she didn't like the idea of being banished to the basement, her words. So Tessa and I both agreed to pay a little more rent. However, my condition was my office was not to be a shared space. Tessa didn't care about if other people use her room, but this pissed off Charlie. Charlie started arguing with me about what if she has guests and what if she needs to use an office space for something. Tessa tried to diffuse and said her office could be a mixed-use room, but that wasn't good enough for Charlie. After a little back and forth, she agreed to the terms and it wasn't really brought up again for over a year. Well, Charlie now has 2 friends coming in from Europe to stay for a couple weeks. She gave Tessa and me a heads up the other morning. Fine with us, we love having people come stay at the house sometimes too. She then slipped in that they'll need to stay in both our offices since she doesn't want them to have to put up with staying in the same room. I reminded her of my conditions of paying the extra rent and all hell broke loose. She called me self-centered and a possessive weirdo and stormed off huffing. Even without the boundary, I can't just give up my office for a couple weeks. I would have to move my whole setup to my bedroom, and I have a job that requires me to have multiple screens going with the type of work I do. Tessa is wanting to keep the peace and offered to help me set up something in my bedroom and that maybe I should just drop it. This is really the only issue we've ever had. It's been a great roommate experience otherwise. That has me wondering if maybe I'm not being adaptable enough. So, AITA. Edit. Okay, I really didn't think this was gonna be a popular post since it's just a roommate squabble. I'm seeing a lot of the same questions, so. Total rent is $1,800, Charlie pays $500, Tessa and I each pay $650. We split all utilities 3 ways except internet. Tessa and I split that since we need it to be high speed. The house is about 1,600 square feet without the basement. I can't remember the exact square footage of the basement. The offices are the smallest rooms, and I could technically move my desk into my bedroom. However, moving my setup to the basement would take extra work as my desk wouldn't fit down the stairs. Charlie does not want her guests in the basement because it's not as nice as the rest of the house, and I think it might be because my office and Tessa's offices are pretty cute. We've decorated them pretty well.